Have you ever seen an incredibly sick child and wished for even just a moment that there was a way to make them happy? I imagine most people want to accomplish this great goal, and Make-A-Wish Foundation accomplishes the task of granting children with wishes that are affected or have been affected with terminal or life-threatening medical conditions. Most people have heard of Make-A-Wish charity and are somewhat familiar with the basics surrounding the organization. However, there are a lot of information that people may not be aware of. I have been involved in the Make-A-Wish Foundation by participating in walkathons in my local community, and I've been aware of the organization for many years, as it has directly affected a few people that I know. Today, I'm going to tell you about the history of Make-A-Wish, how they manage their funds, and how they grant a wish. First, let's discuss the history. In April of 2012, Charity Matters reported on their website that the Make-A-Wish Foundation traces its beginnings back to one boy's wish in 1980. The story starts with Chris Brycris, a 7-year-old boy with leukemia who wished to be a police officer. Chris was befriended by U.S. Customs Officer Tommy Austin, who promised Chris a ride in a police helicopter. When Chris's health worsened, Austin was able to carry out this promise with help from other officers and give Chris the day in the life of a police officer that included the helicopter ride. The following day, Chris passed away, but not without seeing his wish come true and inspiring an organization that would go on to grant thousands of other children their wishes as well. Chris's story and wish inspired Ray Shakewish, who was the founder of the organization and the DPS motor officer involved in the helicopter ride. He wanted to make this wish into something even bigger. In a recent article on the Arizona 100 Years website, it was stated that in just 2 years, the foundation was able to grant 8 wishes to children in the Arizona area due to Shankwitz's work and starting up the organization. It then caught the attention of NBC Magazine, a local news or a national news program, and suddenly millions of people experienced Chris's wish and saw the way a wish could impact a child. A year after Chris's wish, the foundation was able to expand to 6 chapters operating around the country, with plans to incorporate 22 more in just the following year. Today, the Make-A-Wish Foundation has grown a lot more and is a well-known charity throughout the country, and it all started with just one boy's wish. Now that we've discussed the story behind Make-A-Wish, let's look at how the foundation manages its funds. In any charity or organization, managing funds is a large aspect of being successful, and that is why the way Make-A-Wish manages their funds is so important. In 2010, the Better Business Bureau reported on their website that the funds come from contributions from individual donors, corporations, and other organizations. The BBP also reported that Make-A-Wish meets the standard requirements to be an accredited charity. Also, the organization relies on special events and in-kind contributions, which are basically donations of goods and services rather than money, because it lessens the cost of granting wishes, because sometimes the wishes that children can make can be astronomically high. Local chapters are funded in the same way that national chapters are, and national office supports the local chapters in their day-to-day work of granting wishes. This includes helping local chapters develop resources and develop policies and guidelines. In 2011, Charity Navigator discussed on their website the percent of money Make-A-Wish raises that goes directly towards charity. About 73% of their total expenses go directly towards granting wishes. Now that I've explained how Make-A-Wish manages their funds, let's talk about how the wishes are actually granted. The most important part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation is without a doubt granting the actual wishes. In 2012, the Make-A-Wish Foundation discussed on their website the eligibility and process of granting a wish. In order to be eligible for a wish, a child must be between the age of 2.5 and 18 years old and have a life-threatening medical condition. Those who can refer the child include the medical doctors treating the child, his or her parents, and even the potential wish child, him or herself. The wish can be to go somewhere, be something, meet someone, or wish to have something. A lot of people decide they want to meet celebrities or like they're kind of heroes and go to like Disney World, places like that. And it all started with police officers, so a lot of people like to do that. Overall, the process can be summed up in 4 steps, including referral, medical eligibility, finding the true wish, and most importantly, creating joy. In closing, I would like to reiterate that Make-A-Wish Foundation is an organization that grants terminally ill children wishes and gives them a time of happiness. Today, we've discussed how the history of Make-A-Wish, how they manage their funds, and finally how Make-A-Wish grants wishes. I hope that now, whenever you see a sick child, you think of Make-A-Wish and how they have the potential to make that child happy for even a brief period of time. Thank you for your time.